We should be going live now.
Now.
Okay, maybe.
Now.
Are we there?
I'm there.
Are we there? Are we there yet?
I don't know.
Make sure that this is muted.
Not looking.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. It's Monday morning.
Monday.
How's everybody doing? I need to put my glasses on. I can't see a darn thing. Oh. Whew, Lord. Seems like we just left the challenge.
I know.
It feels like it too. Good morning, Mike. What do you know? You are up and around early this morning. That's awesome. Glad you can make it in. Yeah, I got it. I think that's why I took my glasses off in the first place, because I couldn't see anything through them. Couldn't see anything with them or without them. Good morning, Hank. Hope you're having a good Monday morning. I stayed up super late last night. Super late. I think I went to bed at 1:30. I was trying to get all these packages packaged up.
Yeah.
And so I did. Got it all done. What else did I do? Oh, I did my Amazon order last night. And got that all done so I can take that in. Oh, let's see. Good morning, Tommy. Morning, Bum Crack Picker. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate everybody, anybody and everybody that's coming in. Wouldn't be a show without you guys. That's for sure. Morning, Texas Fowl. Oh, yeah. So, needless to say, I slept in a little bit and running around like a chicken with my head cut off. But that's okay. I got it done. That's the important thing. What? I don't know what that is. I know it's my grandkids, but I don't know what she's saying. I have no idea what she's saying. Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Jody. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be a busy day, too, and it's going to be hot. I think it's supposed to be like 88 today. Oh.
We're cooling off. It's only supposed to be 95 today.
Wow. Wow. Good morning, Karen. If you're out there, Valerie, Hickory Springs, happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. 88 is not hot, Valerie. I know that it can get a lot hotter, but yeah, I mean, once it gets to about 90, it starts getting, you know, I mean, it's not doable. It's doable. But yeah.
Yeah, it didn't bother me any yesterday, but when Gwen got in the pool, she said, "This water's getting chilly." Like, You're imagining things because it was 98 yesterday. Of course, you didn't get in until the sun started setting. So
Well, yeah, that could make a big difference right there, I would think. I believe they are brown recluses, but I'm not absolutely positive. I've looked up the pictures and everything, but I think they are brown recluses. And my house is being attacked by them.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. I found well, I sprayed inside and I sprayed outside. And usually by the time they get inside, they're dead. Because it's the kind of spray that, it's almost like a barrier, but it's not really a barrier because they can still get in, but they still get sick from it and they die. And yeah, but yeah, it's crazy. Karen wants to know, how do you ship tennis rackets? Do you wrap in plastic and make a makeshift box?
What I do
Mm-hmm.
is take an old beat up cardboard box
Mm-hmm.
and open it up to where it's just one long sheet of cardboard
Mm-hmm.
and wrap that around the tennis racket, tape it off, and then I shove it in the big eBay bags. Sometimes you have to use two eBay poly bags, one over the top, one over the bottom, and then tape them together. So you got the tennis racket inside the layer of cardboard and then inside the poly bags.
Right. That's pretty good.
That's what I do.
Pretty smart. Jody
And
says I made a box for the racket that I sold. I wonder if they would fit. Well, that would probably cost more though, because they're like, I think those are the large, the long boxes. The long, I guess it wouldn't matter because it's still gonna go, priority weight and everything, even if you have to Frankenbox it. I don't know. I know Texas. I know Texas Val. There's worse spiders, but yeah, there was one on my outside door frame last night, and it was just kind of like hiding out. It was reclusing, and, and it, I seen it there, and I took my flip flop off and smacked it and killed it dead. So, but yeah, it's crazy. It is just, it's nuts how there's so many.
brown recluse are very poisonous.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And I put it's not. Well, I have the spray, but I also have the granules that you put in the yard to kill any critters, bugs, and but it doesn't look like that really phased them. The only thing that really helps is um, the spray. Seems to be doing the trick, but man, it's just crazy. Let's see. Texas Val says a couple of weeks ago we went to Lake Bastrop and lit. I said that right. Woo! And lit. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. And literally had to get out of the lake because it was so hot. It was hurting our skin. Wow, that's pretty hot. That's some hot water. Texas Val says I would rather be stung by a scorpion than one of those brown. Oh yeah, definitely. Knock on wood. I haven't got one on my body yet, but and I hope I don't. Karen's at the beach says I try to catch the crickets in my house instead of killing them. I can't kill them after reading as a child The Cricket in Times Square. Well, yeah, that's crazy. Oh, Johanna's rabbit had a baby. The Whitefoot rabbit had one baby. Heck, I need someone to help me be, uh, you know, hold me accountable. But yeah, I'm not one to. I mean, I've seen some pretty big spiders, and I'm not one to. I don't like them, and I'll kill them, but I'm not like skittish of them. Um, I don't think in any way, shape, or form. I'm just not scared of them. Now my daughter Tina, she she will she'll flip out if she sees a spider, even just a little baby one. So I don't have any problem, taking off my flip flop and smacking them. Let's see, Texas Val. Karen, I'm the same way with some spiders. I have a hard time killing them after watching Charlotte's Web. Yeah, I'd rather kill them. Beth says, "Hey peeps, I still need birth dates. I'm going to announce tonight whose birth dates I don't have. Please send yours to me privately if you haven't done so already." Tommy says, "Valerie, you work hard. You work every day. Valerie, Bumcrack likes to sip tea and be a moderator as an excuse not to list." Well, I understand that.
Beth, mine's the same as Carol's. If I didn't send you mine yet.
Yep, December 14th.
How did you remember that?
Wow. I have a very good memory in some parts. I don't remember a whole lot of things. I can't tell you what happened yesterday, but I can tell you my who can I tell you their birthday? Like I remember all of my ex-husband's family's birthday.
Oh my gosh.
I remember my ex-husband's social security number. I don't know. It just phone numbers, I can remember my uncle's phone number, and I haven't called him in probably 30 years. I don't know. I just remember. Once I get it through the thickness, then it pretty much stays. Yes. Bargain shopping. Carol is December 14th also. Jody. I know YX. I don't know. Oh, she says she knows her exes as well. I was like, you know my what?
Could be the same
Okay.
person. We're not sure it's not the same person, are we? Just
Oh
throw
my
that out
gosh.
there. Yeah, we got in the side chat. We got Mike, we got Karen's, we got Tracy, we got Tommy, we got Texas Val, we got Beth, Johanna, Liz.
Yeah, I'm usually the one to tell my daughters when they're, the people on her ex's or my ex's family, their family, if there's a birthday or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, it's a pretty good. I got a pretty good head on my shoulders.
There's Carol.
There she is. Carol Bargain Shopping. If you are not subscribed to her, go over and subscribe to her channel. She really does have some great videos. Informational. I love her voice. I think she has a great voice, and she does. I love her jewelry videos because she just the way that she has it set up, it's perfect. And I just love the way that she describes the items and everything. Good morning, Tracy. No, you don't have crappy videos. You have good videos.
Carol, you have wonderful videos. I made a comment on one of her videos about a month ago, and she says, Todd, don't feel like you have to comment or watch my videos. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know, Beth. Some kind of hater out there. That's all right. It's as good as a thumbs up, so it's okay. It don't bother me. But
Tracy, Carol, you have a nice rack too. Oh, yeah, that thing she puts the jewelry on. Oh, okay, yeah.
oh, I was thinking she had a deer on the wall.
Oh, okay. So Carol's rack looks like a deer on the wall. Okay. I'm sure she's happy to know that her rack looks like a deer on the wall.
Oh, Carol says, "Who hates you, Valerie? Tell them to talk to me." All right, I'll send them your way. I don't think anybody hates me. I think some people just do it just to get somebody's goat, get somebody talking. That's okay.
Poke your eye out.
Eyes are watering this morning. I don't know why. Weird. Carol says I'm all rack. You're so silly. So after yesterday, I realized how imperative it is for me.
Sorry, I'm reading.
More like a big deer with headlights. Yeah, I realized that how imperative it is for me to be able to list while doing the show. Because I feel like I think I got 3 up yesterday, and that's pretty bad. I
Yeah.
mean,
Are you
that's
talking about the challenge day or every day?
the challenge day.
That's all you got up yesterday was 3?
Yes.
You probably need to just line them up ready to go, or do your easy listing ones on challenge day. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Gonna do a little
I
prep work before the show starts, and yeah.
but I don't even think that has. Well, that's against the rules. You're not supposed to
Oh,
prep prior to the show, prior to the challenge,
you can
because
set
that.
them out, and line them up.
Well, yeah, you can line them up, but you don't. Yeah. Anyway,
I distracted you. Shut up,
but
Beth.
my biggest thing is I don't want to leave the chat. And when I have to go across the room, I have to turn my microphone off. It's more of a pain in the butt, you know?
Yeah, because when you left me alone with the chat, I had a free for all behind your back.
Yeah, I
That's
know. I
bad.
mean, I heard everything, but I couldn't talk, you know, because I would scream. So,
I think we need to get a couple more volunteers to come in on challenge day to be panel members.
mhm,
And that way you don't feel obligated to entertain everybody while you're doing your listing too.
right.
That's not fair to you.
Because I mean, you know, in a sense, even though I got 3 listed, you know, that's not very many. And I feel like that somehow my, you know, things are kind of suffering. And so I kind of have to take the, you know, I take the brunt of that, which I'm okay. I want to do both. But so what I was thinking last night, you know, I was thinking about maybe buying a light box and putting it right here so I could just turn my chair, you know, take pictures, you know, maybe focus on just smaller items, stuff like that. So, I don't know yet.
You
I
gotta
don't know
work
what I'm
through it.
doing yet. But yeah, I do need to I probably just need to invest in a light box and I think I do need I would like to have more people come in and you know, even it doesn't even have to be all day. You don't have to come in here and talk all day. Um, you know, if there's 2 or 3 people in here, then I don't like having dead air. There's gonna be some during that 8-hour span, but I want it to be pretty limited, you know. And maybe that's a lot to ask. Um, so anyway, oh my gosh, I'm watching the replay and my arm's going like crazy and oh my gosh, I'm a dork.
Mhm.
Good morning, Mr. Sadie. Yeah, Mr. Sadie said you get distracted when the conversation gets more serious. I'm a part of that. I'm part to blame. You're not to blame. Not at all. Not at all. But, you know, I'm trying to figure out some way that I can number one, get more people on the panel. Um, especially on Sunday. And then, you know, find an area that I can use to list with. Um, so find something. I don't want to spend any money on a light box. A light box. I'm cheap. So I'm gonna see if I can figure something out today or maybe this week that I can use instead of a light box, and then just try to fix something up that I can use to list on while we're doing the challenge. Good morning, Karen. She said I'm stuck in my room to list. I need to buy my light ring on Amazon this week. Texas Val says you could continually put in a link in your chat. I did that all day yesterday. And different people can pop in because they can get in without your approval anyways. Yeah. There's no requirements. Pretty much free reign. I mean, as long as you're not a troll or something. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Mike was thinking about making a light box out of a suitcase. Huh. So anyway,
Good
what was
morning.
the? Good morning, Maggie.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hi,
Doing
Maggie.
doing wonderful, thank you.
I lost the chat.
Your hair looks like a beautiful angel halo.
Oh.
There's an aura around Maggie today.
Yeah, I'm an angel, all right.
Maggie is heaven sent. Oh.
Oh gosh.
So
Yeah,
yes,
you were
yes,
talking
definitely. If you have any inkling that you want maybe to be um on the panel on challenge day, yeah, I love it. Let's see. Tommy says I've made so many makeshift light boxes. The best one I found is $1 pool shade and hang my LEDs from the ceiling before I change it again.
I mean, that
Uh,
makes sense. You get a $1
yeah,
shade at Dollar General, and then when it gets dirty, you just throw it away and go get another one.
yeah.
yeah. I buy those poster boards at the Staples, just the white board that
Mhm.
has the sides that fold in, stick it near a light source. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should just have more people in here for you. I'm just, saying that because I wasn't here yesterday. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're fine. Did you have a good weekend?
I did. It was so much fun. I learned a lot. So yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
But let's see. I mean, and I understand, people are going to be out doing stuff. They're going to be, Sunday is like family day to a
Right.
lot of people. So I know that it's hard. What I'm really thinking is I do have one of those like roll down light shades. And so I'm thinking about putting it here, and then that way I can, when I'm done with it, I can roll it back up and and just kind of have it hang from here. I think that's what I'm going to do actually. But yeah, the thing I like about having to get up and go over and take pictures is
Right.
it gets me out of this chair.
Gets you out of the
It gets me moving, and I do like that. But I also think I think I just need to be, and not that I have all the things to talk about either, because I get boring. I run out of things to talk about, if you can imagine that. But Texas Val says, if I am home and able, I will come in sometimes, Valerie. It's just that time of year that we're gone on more weekends because the weather is starting to get cooler. I get it.
yeah.
Totally get it. Um,
And then you might have more people as the weather gets colder.
that's what I'm thinking. That is definitely what I'm thinking. But to look at the other realm of it, I do know that I'm losing. I'm not getting any points.
Right. You're not
Not
able.
not 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 points to win the challenge, but I'm not getting any listings up.
Right.
So if I'm not getting listings up, I'm probably not going to sell very much. All right, Carol, let me send that to you. let's see here. I mean, and like Sally, I know she didn't want to leave because she was trying to get some work done, but she probably should have slept a little bit yesterday before she had to go to work at 5. So, all right, let me find this link here.
Okay.
So anyway,
Yeah, we need to find a way to help keep you in the game.
because, and I will say it gets kind of frustrating, and I don't want to not do the challenge, but if I'm the only one here, or if me and Todd's the only one here, I need some help. So I'm calling out whoever can help me. Let me see if I can find that, Carol. Trying to find your name and talk at the same time. It's doesn't work very well. Where are you? Let's see. Yeah, and that's the thing about being on the panel is you don't even have to have a camera. Just you could just be without a camera and
Just talk.
just talk. Carol. Well, shoot. Let me do it this way. Why can't I find you, Carol?
Carol, where are you?
That is weird.
Joanna wants to know, is there anything you can do before the challenge starts to help you out? But that's hard.
Well, I mean, I don't really want to do that. I mean, as far as like get things ready, and because that's like cheating. I mean, I want to be on the same let's see.
Well, no, it's not. I do it all the time. I had all those
Oh, really?
Department 56 boxes lined up here by my picture taking area.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can gather your stuff ahead of time. I mean, I find myself going through bags and boxes on the day thinking, what should I list?
Yeah.
You can get yourself lined up ahead of time.
Yeah.
Bye, Mike.
Carol, I
Thanks.
sent that on your Instagram chat, so I hope that works. But yeah, I definitely think, it's going to change when the weather gets a little bit cooler, people are going to be staying inside more. I totally get that. But also, if there's only going to be, 2 or 3 people in here, then there's really no reason to have Zoom, and pay that money out. But you might as well just have StreamYard. But I like Zoom too. So I don't know. It'll probably get better once there's football games, there's cookouts, there's family gatherings. But it'll get better. It'll get better once the weather gets a little bit cooler. People tend to stay in a little bit more. Fishing and Picking says, I enjoyed the Wednesday challenges. I turn eBay and YouTube off on Sundays, so maybe others do also. Yeah, it's very true. Sometimes that's a good day to take off, Texas Val says maybe do smalls that you think might sell quickly, like you were saying, and use the light box. Yeah. So. Mr. Sadie says that's not cheating unless Todd does it.
You can see my light box over there. It's just a big old cardboard box with a sheet laying on it.
Right. But you still have to get up. I mean, unless you roll your chair over there.
Yeah, I'm sitting here in my rolly chair. I just scoot over there, take my pictures, and then come back to the computer and list it right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm 2
Yeah.
feet away from taking pictures.
Yeah. But I think I'm gonna try to do something right here in this area. It would stop me from piling stuff on top of the desk where where my picture
That's
taking
not cheating unless Todd does it. What?
but I'll figure something out. Yeah, I can figure it out. But I'm just trying to figure out a way that we can still do the challenge and a way that I can still get, listings up. I heard hangouts aren't going away. That really wouldn't surprise me because it was such a hoopla and it was such a, everybody was scrambling on August 1st because, there was no more hangouts or whatever. And, but I actually like Zoom pretty well because it's pretty reliable. I don't think there's been one day, knock on wood, that we haven't been able to come on. Unless there's no electricity or whatever. So I think it's pretty reliable. It's clear. It's, the sound is good when I have my headphones on and they're turned on. They usually work pretty good. So Tracy, just don't think of it as dead air. Instead, think of it as comfortable silence.
Yeah, I mean, it's not absolutely imperative that somebody be talking all the time either. You just take all this guilt on your shoulders, and I say, don't worry about it, Mama. We got you.
Texas Val, has anyone tried Hangouts to see if it still works? I haven't even tried it.
Nope.
Yeah. That's kind of what I say, with what I make on AdSense through here, that'll pay for the Zoom. So, morning, Lori.
Good morning.
Nice jersey.
Yeah, Vader.
The what?
Vader 77. Darth Vader.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yep. This year, Star Wars come out.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We were talking about that yesterday.
Yep.
Cool.
How's everybody's weekend?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. I got to see the Budweiser Clydesdales. They were here at the Miami Valley Gaming.
Oh, wow.
I saw your pictures on Facebook.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Oh my goodness. So I've always been fascinated with those big old horses. Then I found out some other good news. Wynona's coming back again. She's coming to Miami Valley Gaming, which is like literally 5 minutes away. I was like, oh, cool.
Wow.
We can see her again. Maybe this time
Yay.
I can meet her.
So this is did you say, and I may be wrong, but did you say that you know Winona? And she
I know
freezes.
her through Twitter. We talk a lot. We haven't actually got to meet, but upon doing our family tree, we found that there is a Judd, what they call Grandma Judd from Kentucky, in our family tree. So there's a good
Wow.
possibility, maybe we haven't traced it any further back that we could be like distant cousins.
Uh-huh.
So that's there's
That's
a
awesome.
considering where she's from and where this lady it lives, it's pretty. I mean, it's like almost possible for sure that we're distant cousins. We just haven't figured out if it's through blood or marriage yet. So,
Right.
but
That's so
so
awesome.
hopefully once we finally figure that out, I say, hey, cuz, send me some tickets.
There
my
you go.
daughter, she says that explains why our attitudes are so much alike and our personalities are so much alike. I said, too bad our voices were so much alike.
That's the truth.
I explained this. She said, somewhere, she said, I think there's the bloodline somewhere there in that mask.
Well, and you
She
got,
says,
you
you
know, that,
guys are just almost, besides, what's that?
you know, the thing that, I mean, you guys are both, you're a very musical family, you know, you guys sing, so you have a group and everything, so that's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
I would go with that.
I think
Yeah.
I'm a distant cousin to the Clydesdales.
I think you're a distant cousin to Clinton with that voice.
I know, right?
Not that
Gotta
I
be.
would claim him, but
I did not have sex with that woman.
claim to be related to him at this point in time.
Gosh.
He might put you on his hit list.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, excuse me, had a pretty decent weekend.
That's great.
I had one return. I got one return. Well, it wasn't really a return. It was a broken item. It looked like UPS kicked it to the door.
Uh-oh.
It was a Pilsner beer glass. It was a Hard Rock Cafe. And the lady said, it's still in the bubble wrap and everything else. She says, but the whole package rattles. I said, go ahead and open it and send me pictures so I can find it. Does. The box looks like somebody just stomped it. I said, or run over it. I said, because it was almost
Wow.
flat. I'm thinking,
Wow.
so I said, send me the pics and I'll get a claim going.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So,
pretty good.
but other than that, it was a pretty good weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a good challenge yesterday. Jody won with 2 points. And we had some other people. We had Mary had 1 point. Todd had a point.
Cool.
Who else had a point? John had a point.
Yeah,
So,
I actually got a point. Woo-hoo.
yeah. Liz says I sold something yesterday that I have had listed since May 28th, 2017. Holy mackerel. Well, at least it's out of there. You don't have to think about it no more.
Oh, I so need to go through my listed stuff and just throw a bunch of stuff away.
I just ended a bunch of listings that's been there for well over a year, and I'm just going to try to auction it off. If it doesn't sell at auction, I'm going to redonate it. So
I don't know. I don't know why, but I don't want to do that.
I don't either, but I thought, why not? I mean,
I-
something's been set since 2014.
Yeah. I mean, I understand, you know, it's a way to clear things out, and sometimes you just have to, you know, take a loss and just, you know, to maintain your sanity,
Mm-hmm.
you know, sometimes that's the best way to go, but I don't know. I just can't.
I look at it this way. Some of the things that I've made really good money that I did not purchase, like say for instance, all those crest things, that pretty
Right.
much covers what I ended and what I'm gonna, that money covers any type of loss that I might have with this stuff that I ended. So I'm
Right.
kind of like it balances out. That's the way I'm
Yeah.
looking at it. It's like so
Yeah. Makes you not feel as bad, I
I'm happy
guess.
with that. Plus a few other things I got for free. That, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it's just somewhere along the line it all comes out even. So
Yeah.
so
I
that's
guess
why.
that's a good way to look at it.
Because even back then I was paying like $5 for like a Brooks Brothers dress shirt. I won't do that now, but back then I did. And I'm thinking, God, did I actually make that money back to be able to put this on for 99 cents? But I did. So looking back through my paperwork, like, yeah, I'm going to break even with that, with the between the free stuff and the what I'm going to sell these at for a lot more.
You're,
So,
you're kind of glitchy.
but to clear the clutter, I'm glitchy.
Yeah, you're a little bit glitchy.
Yeah, my internet's down to like my internet's not the best. It's cloudy a little.
Yeah, I had about 2 months ago, I sold something on Amazon that I couldn't find that had been cross-posted and I listed it. I sold it and didn't take it off. So I took everything, I shut down, I put Amazon on vacation. And it was like 2 months before I got a chance. But Michael and I went through every single, did my printout, every single book, and just did a full inventory of just the Amazon stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then I relisted and I've been selling the stuff like crazy. Like all that money I was losing for the past 2 months because I just didn't have my act together. So before we move back up to the city in October, I'm gonna go through and do the same thing with my eBay listings. I've got 940 some eBay listings,
Wow.
but I think we're gonna have to do a full line by line
Yeah.
look. And I have some stuff that's been listed for a couple of years. So
Yeah.
that stuff, get rid of it because I'm not toting all that stuff back up there. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a full-on inventory check because losing listings, and I mean I know that I've got all of my boxes are full, but I know that I don't have every one of those listed. I know that I don't. And losing listings here and there and everything that I need to get that
yeah.
figured out, definitely. Um, let's see. Texas Val says if it stays on long enough, it will come back in style. That's about the truth there.
Yeah.
That is about the truth.
Or it becomes vintage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just redo your
And
listing.
then everybody wants it.
Liz says I have some other 2-year-old or more bad buys I think I need to ditch. They're making me go over my 1,000 listings.
Yeah, me too, Liz. I'm paying eBay another $15 a month now because I'm over my thousands. So
No, Jody, I never did find the 200 that I lost. Other than I didn't realize that you could actually do a download of your inventory. And I just found that out. So I'm trying to do that every week. Just do a download, have it sent to my my email address, and but I didn't do that before. So when they say when you lose 200 items or 200 listings, you don't know which ones they are.
Right.
It's all a crapshoot, So, so yeah. So I'm gonna have to go through everything and do that, and that'll be good because I can really clear out a lot of stuff that that hasn't been listed, and the good stuff that needs to be listed so it can sell. So, and I probably will look to doing a purge on that too. Even though it kills me to do that, I think it would be for the best. Oh, I can clear it
It's a
out.
pain, but
Yeah.
I'm working through mine a little at a time, like a toad a day, until I finally get it all situated.
My problem is I keep buying other new stuff.
Oh, God.
Yeah, me too.
That's my problem. I'm like, oh, I have to get through this stuff before I can start that, and then it just never gets done. So I don't know. I
still
don't know.
have half of that estate sale sitting in a storage locker now. I got to get through before the end of September.
Yeah.
Now you're paying the storage. We
Yeah.
we had all of our furniture in storage, and our storage fee was $163 a month for the storage unit.
Yeah.
Crazy. So we moved on the 4th of September, but we were billed the 3rd of September for the month. We got nothing back. Like, it wasn't prorated. It wasn't.
Oh,
So
wow.
we literally paid $163 for the month of September that we're not even using.
Wow.
Crazy.
I would sublet it out to a homeless guy or something.
There you go. There you go. Wow, that's nuts.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't do anything, huh?
No.
Oh.
Nope. Once you pay, you're stuck.
Wow.
And when we went into the unit, and it was only about a year and a half ago, it was a 130.
Wow.
So it went up by that much
Huh.
in less than 2 years. Which is crazy enough.
That is crazy.
That's why I'd never get a storage unit for my eBay stuff. It would be too expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty spoiled with the ones that I have, but I need to start getting a little more diligent about going through the unlisted stuff over there too, and getting that worked on. But yeah, it'll happen. I got to get it done before I move. So one way or the other.
Has to happen.
I think we all have more work to do than we have time to do it in.
Mm-hmm.
True enough. But
And that shouldn't be true for an old retired guy like me. I should just stop buying.
or list what you got the last time, and don't go back until you got all of it listed, and then you can go
I
back.
know.
Yeah, that don't work very well with me.
Yeah, I'm still working through all that Gone with the Wind stuff. Oh my goodness.
Liz, I was thinking about that last night. I was really thinking about it. And her, because she hired a lister. And I mean, that could definitely be a game changer. But I've also heard some horror stories about, people running off with your inventory, or, they hold on to your inventory. I know that can happen with anyone, but I would definitely consider it if everything, I guess everything was right. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like they weren't they didn't smoke in the house, they didn't smoke around the inventory, they you know they didn't have like pets running around all the inventory. I mean, give them the cheap crap first. Oh, well, that's a good idea. Hmm. Yeah, Beth, we're talking about hiring a lister. Hi, Flippin' Particles D. Texas Val says I'm about to try Cellhound. I've heard that's a good place. I've heard some good things about that. She says test the waters. Yeah. I mean, I think there's something to that. Definitely. Well, in some instances, listing takes a minute. Like I would have the lister do, like Liz says, I would have the lister do photographs and the drafts.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would go through and price it and make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I mean, it could definitely be something to think about. So what do you do? Do you just take the items, some of your items, you just take it to them and then they have a certain time to get it listed, or how does that work? I don't know.
So somebody who comes to your house and
Hmm.
like you have to provide them with an extra computer, or you know what I mean? Like if you wanted to be doing something else while they're there.
She rents an office space for $450 a month.
Ah,
So they come into the office and they work. Is that how you do it?
so you have to take inventory there for them to,
Right.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to talk to you more about that because I think in the right situation, I definitely think it could be because she says that her lister does 100 listings a week, and so she pays them $300 a week. So.
Hmm.
Oh, there you go, Beth. She said if my wife goes on disability, she's going to be my lister. Sounds good. Hey, got to put her to work.
I tried to get Lacey to do that. I said I'd pay her $1 a listing. She wouldn't do it. Like, okay, fine then. But yet she'll list her own stuff, but she don't want to
Yeah.
list mine because she
Right.
don't want to work for me, is what it is. She said, "What if I
Huh.
get something wrong?" She said, "You'd kill me. I'd just tell you how to do it the right way." I said, "Everything that I do is pretty much written down, so all you got to do is pick up see what it's packed in, how
Yeah.
it's packed, how it's listed, all this stuff."
Yeah.
I made it to where
That
anybody can
that's
come in here and either.
yeah. I would think that um I would think that would be a good definitely a good way to, beef up your store
Mm-hmm.
and, have more listings on and go through a lot of your stuff that you weren't able to touch because, you know, you can only list so many a day. You can list as much as you want, but what I'm saying is it takes it's a lot of work to list 100 a day. I mean, I don't, people, I don't see people doing that every single day in, day out. And if you do, you're not moving, you're pretty, I mean, you probably have just enough time to go take a pee break and then come back and add it again. And that would definitely burn somebody out. Um, I don't know. It's definitely something to ponder.
Mm.
Let's see. Beth says flipping particles. I'm thinking of doing Facebook Marketplace, but shipping instead because the wife doesn't want me meeting people. She's in the legal field and she's seen too much crime.
I carry my pistol whenever I got to meet somebody,
Well, yeah.
and I always tell everybody where I'm going to go, where I'm meeting them, who they are, and what they drive, everything. So, because if I have to go alone, most generally I take somebody with me, but if I have to go alone, my pistol's right there,
Yeah.
and I make sure they see it too, because I
Yeah.
can, they know I carry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as long as somebody sees it and, you know, they should know. I mean, that should give them a good indication you don't want to be messing with this chick.
You're right.
So,
And then our local meet up at the police department right there, right in front of the window where the dispatcher stuff is. So, you meet in a public place. You don't ever meet anybody, that's for sure. But, but I usually meet them somewhere local, like at the UDF or the Kroger's, where, I haven't had any problems.
yeah, but Tommy, sometimes the Facebook Marketplace actually does a little better than like the offer up. I mean, you can ship on offer, isn't it offer up that you can ship on?
I think so too.
I think it's offer up
Or
and
Macari. I think Macari too. Isn't it?
well, offer up is like it's like the Facebook,
Yeah.
but I think you can ship on offer up. Oh, Beth says we had an abduction right in front of the fire station. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, she said you can offer shipping on Facebook too.
Oh,
So,
okay. That's cool.
that's cool. That's very cool.
I didn't know that. Furniture and stuff
Yeah,
like
she
that.
lives.
So.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
was abducted. Gwen and the police would all say, yay.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Trying to think of why somebody would want to abduct me, though. Probably nothing.
They sent me back.
Weeding their flower bed or
They
something.
kicked me out of the car. They wouldn't even get me where they were. They throw me out of the car.
Here, you can have her back. I want a refund.
Abduction
Oh my
refund.
gosh. Morning, Tina.
No, I pretty much know how to handle myself. My dad was a hand-to-hand weapons expert in the military, so he he pretty much made sure us girls know how to handle ourselves in any situation.
Yeah,
So, and I can.
that's awesome.
See what I can do with a broomstick. Or any stick. Not just my hands.
Yeah, Tina was a couple years ago. She had a printer, and it was an offer up deal, and she took the printer to them. They gave her a counterfeit $100 bill,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
and yeah, and she was out that money. I mean, there was nothing. She went to the police station, and they basically gave her the runaround,
Mm-hmm.
and she was just out of that money, and
Wow.
so yeah, that can I would say if you're going to do Facebook and you're going to meet them, you know, face to face, you definitely want to have a counterfeit pin.
Yeah.
I'm sure people do that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was a good printer too, right? Yeah, check the money. Yep. I think if I did that, I never do like a Facebook meetup here at the house. I definitely don't do that. But I'll drive down the road,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll do it, that way. Just so I'm not at home.
Can you have them like PayPal you in advance? Or are
I
they?
think there is now.
I'm sure you could do that. I'm sure you. I've
'Cause I
I've
think
heard
there's
a
an
lot of
option.
people do that, or they just they do that on Instagram all the time too. So
I would do that, but seems like everybody who goes and commits to the final meetup has followed through for me.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a no-show, I don't think.
Hmm.
I can't remember one.
Liz says you can get paid through Facebook now. Well, that's even better. Liz says I make people give me a deposit if they ask for holds. Well, that's a good idea too. Yeah, definitely.
Now that sounds more reasonable to me, Liz.
Yeah,
That way, if you do make the trip and they don't show, then at least you're not out
Mm-hmm.
the gas money and the time wasted.
right. Yeah, I'm just real leery about, number one, being by myself. I wouldn't want anybody, trying to come back and trying to rob me or anything like that. Like they're gonna take anything, but I'm just saying.
I haven't had any issues, but we got cameras around and signs saying shoot first, ask questions later, or stuff like that. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yep, that's true. That's the thing. That's a good thing about all of this is there's so many options and there's so many ways that you can do things and get the same job done, but in
Mhm.
just a different way. You have to be creative, kind of have to think outside the box. Liz says bring Ringo with you. Yeah, that's really gonna, he'll probably just lick him to death.
Mhm.
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, this usually if you're looking for some way to be able to sell an item, you should be able to find some way to do that on the internet. I'm so thankful for it. Very, very thankful for just for the opportunity to be able to do that. It's definitely made a difference in my life. But Let's see. So yeah, I got what did I get? 16 packages packaged up last night,
Nice.
and 3 Amazon boxes. I got another Amazon order to drop off today.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, I'm not getting I'm not like loading them up type of thing, you know, where I've got several items um in the I think this last order I think had 7
Okay.
items, but hey, like you said, Maggie, you know, it's better to buy them and get them in as soon as possible
Yeah.
rather than hold on to them.
Right. The longer you hold on to them, the more the prices drop.
It's gonna, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I've
So
had instances where I've gotten stuff in a book. I mean, books. You're selling different stuff, but I've gotten books in, and then when I go to, as soon as they hit the warehouse, I go on and I reprice. I mean, I have a repricer that works behind the scenes, but when I get notice that a box hits the warehouse, I go in and I automatically reprice. Because there's some instances where I price up, where
right,
the price is now higher, something lower has sold. But yeah, in general, you just got to get them in.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
You work-
that's what I'm trying to focus on is just, you know, I sent an order in on, or I dropped off the boxes. It won't go in until today. But I dropped off the box and then I went to Walmart and found more stuff, and so brought it home and processed it, and then it's gonna, you know, so technically I'll have 5 boxes going in today. So, but you know, I just want to
Yeah.
keep it. I want to keep a steady, you know, um,
Feeding the
move
beast.
movement of items going in. So,
Yeah. I want to get a box in, at least a box in. I'm leaving for New Orleans next Sunday, so
oh, that's right.
I want a box to hit while I'm away.
Right, right. That would be great.
Because as soon as that box hits, old stuff starts selling.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I'll keep that
Almost
money
like it.
rolling in while I'm away. Because I mean, I hate being away because I keep thinking I should be home listing. It's gonna happen to my business.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Tina, definitely Haley. Haley is a pit bull, and I mean, she looks. If I seen her on the street, I would probably just lay down, get in a fetal position, and yeah, I I was scared to death of her when I seen her for the first time, and but she's just a, you know, a sweet little puppy, and she'll just lick you to death. She looks scary, so. Oh, but yeah. What is a bug item? Flipping particles. I only sell bug items on Facebook, so they pick them up at my house. I don't give my
Big
address
items.
until. Oh, I was like, bug items? What kind of bug items are you selling that you have to sell them at your house? Oh my gosh. So, so with Amazon, so say, you know, I'm going to be gone for like 3 weeks. How does that work with Amazon? Do you have to turn that off, or can you just let it roll? I think you can just let it roll. Maggie.
Sorry, what?
So when so when you go on vacation, do you have to put your Amazon on vacation also, or can you just let
No,
it roll?
you just let it roll unless you have merchant fulfilled. And even like I
Okay.
have merchant fulfilled and I have FBA. When I put my store on vacation, that
Uh-huh.
only puts my merchant fulfilled on vacation.
Okay.
So your FBA
Okay.
just rolls. Yeah, once it's out of your hands, it's out of your hands.
Okay.
And every
Okay.
day you could just go on and look at your money
Yeah.
rolling in. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm so glad you did it. Glad you did it.
Me too. I think it's gonna, I think, once, and not to say that I got to get a certain amount in there, because, it's always going to be a turnover. You're always going to have things selling. You're always going to be adding things.
Right.
And that's the way it should be.
Right.
It should be, basically in and out, in and out. And if you're doing that, I think you're doing good.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
People complain about the fees. I saw on Facebook that Beth was listing books the other night while watching TV, and I'm like, hey, Beth, because yeah, the FBA prices are higher, but so you just have to be careful about your profit margin. But once it's in there, and yeah, it might drop and you're selling stuff for $3, that it has sat there for a while, but it just keeps churning and churning in the background. Once you get rid of it, your time is spent listing on eBay, listing on Poshmark, and that,
and that stuff is selling and working for you.
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. But I think it's worth it. You pay for those fees for a reason, because they're processing it. They're doing all the back end stuff. And, all you got to do is process it and then ship it in. And then you really don't have to worry about anything else.
Yeah. Now Beth is saying her fees on FBA are higher than the price of the item, and she's losing money. Yeah, you have to be careful about that, but you also have to price smart, where you don't have to be the lowest price.
Uh-huh.
Look at their feedback rating. Look at I guess if you're selling new items, then that's new. But for me on books, and I think Beth is selling books, I never price. If I have a very good book, I don't ever price lower than other very good books. I don't price lower than a good book or an acceptable book.
Right.
If somebody else has a very good book, but their feedback rating is 98% and mine's 100%, mine's getting priced higher.
Yeah.
And it's definitely getting priced higher. I don't even look at merchant fulfilled. I never price. So I sold a book today on FBA for $37, and there were merchant fulfilled books out there for $12.
Wow.
People will pay higher. People go in, if they're Prime, they click Prime, and they don't even look at those merchant fulfilled.
That's true.
So yeah. So never price lower. Never. Don't price your very good book lower than a good book. Don't price your higher feedback than somebody who has a lower feedback, because people will pay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
that's good to know. That's good information to know.
Yeah. Take advantage of your good reputation. Take advantage of your good, write a better description. There's lots of people, there's those mega sellers out there who just have this book, may have highlighting, may have blah, 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 blah. Do your description so that they know that you have looked at that book and that this book is what you're describing,
right.
So that they know you just aren't using a generic description.
Right.
This has a small spot on the side edge. This book has something. Oh, this seller looked at this book. They know exactly what it looked like.
Right.
And I think they feel better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Kind of like on eBay, you want to describe everything about the item, because you want the person to know what they're getting.
Yeah. And then
So
here's my super secret trick that I'll only tell to the 29 people watching now. I take a picture of every FBA book. I take a picture of it. And yeah, it takes a few extra seconds, but when they pull up that thing and, oh, wait, down here, there's a little picture down there. So mine might be the only listing on the page that has a little picture. And then they can look at that and see, wow, this is the actual item I'm getting. First of all, my little picture catches their eye on a page a listings page that has no other pictures.
Uh-huh.
And they'll know. That's another, hint to them that I actually looked at the book. I actually took a picture of the book. So
Wow.
they're getting what yeah.
And how do you
I
how do
think
you input that picture in there?
when I do my listing, so you enter right off I think
Right,
Beth does too. You don't use,
right
you
off.
use Inventory Lab.
Uh-uh.
Okay, because I don't use Inventory Lab. In the workflow,
Uh-huh.
there's a place to upload a picture.
Okay.
Like when you have to enter your item and then you have to click more, or what's the,
Just do one picture of a book in
just do one.
Amazon.
I just
Yeah.
do one picture. I just take a picture of
That's
the
a
cover.
great idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good.
Because when I
really,
sell
really
books on eBay, I put 3 or 4 or 5.
And yes,
Right.
I definitely sell books that have writing in them. If the books, if the price is high, it's still good for me. And what I will also do is if there's a lot of highlighting, like I might say half of the book has highlighted pages, but if I flip through and there's a few, I might actually count them. I might say 6 pages have highlighting.
Mm-hmm.
And so that lets them know, oh, yeah, she looked at that book, and yeah, well, that I could handle 6 pages. And I might say 6 pages have highlighting and marginal notes that do not obscure the readability of the text. So that shows them that, that it's still going to be readable.
Right. That's awesome.
Mr. Sadie, I know they let me loose today.
That's good. We've been waiting. We've been waiting. For all the good.
I'm too. Sometimes when I try to say things, if there's a lot of conversation, and hey Tom,
Hey, Maggie.
sometimes I can't
Morning.
get a word in edgewise.
Tom.
So.
Good morning.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, sometimes it's hard to get.
Yeah.
You want to put something in there, and then everybody else is talking, and it's hard to do that. So
I want to say that I don't have a YouTube channel, so you can't go and watch my videos and see anything. But I'm on Facebook. I'm in the reseller squad.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody has Amazon questions, or especially about Amazon books, send me a message. I'm happy to help, walk you through it, give you advice. I've been selling books on Amazon I've been selling on eBay since 1997.
Wow.
Selling books on Amazon for a
And
long.
your paid course is less than $300 a month?
Yes, less than $300 a month.
Oh, God, Todd, let's get something started this morning.
I'm always willing to help. I'm not a big YouTube gun, but I have some knowledge I'm willing to share.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, there is a lot of big gun eBayers and Amazoners lurking around that are not on eBay. I mean, not on YouTube. They just don't. That's just not their thing.
Right.
And so it's okay not to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not my thing. Yeah, it's just not.
I think it would be fun. It would be really great if she'd do her show and start every show with a song.
But I sing bass in a 4-part a cappella chorus. You would just have me going da da da.
Well, you need to learn some words, man. Learn some words. Need to learn some words.
How are you doing, Tom?
I was fine. I had to run over to my girlfriend's house and straighten out her computer this morning.
Oh Lord.
And I was fine until I was halfway there, and at an apartment complex, they had like 5 big mowers out there cutting grass, and I drove through. I guess the turbulence of their lawnmowers, and by the time I got about a mile down the road, I could hardly breathe.
Oh gosh.
So anyway, it's lovely outside. It's not too hot. It's not too cold.
That's awesome. Very good. Well, I appreciate you, Maggie, for sharing some of that your wealth of information. That's That's very good information, and I appreciate it.
She's so smart.
Definitely.
We're fortunate to have a bunch of smart people on this.
We
in this
are
team.
very
I mean,
much so.
Todrick knows everything. Maggie's right behind him on knowing everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very, very, very fortunate. I feel very fortunate that we can all be there, and that I'm your friend, and
Bridget thinks she
definitely.
knows everything, but that's still out for the vote.
Lori knows more than everything.
Yeah, Lori knows everything too.
Good morning, Rita.
Valerie,
That's a good thing about having everybody here is that some people know about silver, some people know about books, some people know about every other thing. It's just I feel like I'm so lucky, so blessed, because I can talk to these people and get information, and that's not the only reason why I talk to you, but you guys have information to give out, and I'm very thankful for that.
And they're not uppity. Some people are kind of uppity about stuff,
Yeah, absolutely.
Except Todd, Bridget and Kathy has to bring him down a notch every once in a while, but
yeah, Beth says, what does Todd know?
Oh my gosh. He has a wealth of information.
how many people have started looking at watches and not ballpoint pens, pens in general, and pipes in the last 3 months because of Todd?
Oh, heck yeah.
Because now every time I go to someplace and they have like that kind of stuff out, I'm like stopping and looking at the brands of whatever it is, pens or whatnot. And it's because of Todd.
Yep, absolutely.
Beth says her wife doesn't understand how being on YouTube helps her business. But
yeah, I mean, it's almost like going to a convention. You're learning, what everybody else is doing and how they're handling things, and different ways that they're doing things with their business, and it doesn't mean that you have to do the same things, but it may spark some ideas, get you brainstorming on, maybe doing things a little different, doing things better, so I definitely think that it's a wealth of information. It may not always seem like that because we're talking about, poop and boobs and whatever else comes along, but I definitely think there's some good nuggets, no pun intended.
Well, Todd doesn't find a $2,000 watch every day, but and we might never find one, but at least we're looking, and that was just from hanging out with Todd.
Right, absolutely.
So and like I said, people are not going to find that all the time, and it's not going to flood the market because they're far and few between. I think it's good.
Shirley says, I'm not a reseller, but start my day observing the love, caring, and sharing you share. Hugs to you all.
Oh, thank you, Shirley. That was very sweet.
Y'all love me too.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty lucky. I think, to be
I think we all are
associated with some great people. And not just to get information, but just great people in general, I think this is the best YouTube show, reseller show out there.
It's like long distance surrogate family.
Yeah,
that's right.
I know more about what's going on with Maggie than I do my own brother, and my own brother lives 45 minutes down the road. I mean, that's sad to know.
Yep.
Or sad to think, but Lori had a flood and problems with her building and drying everything out. I didn't even know my brother's wife had said her her stove on fire.
Oh my gosh.
So what I want to know, what's wrong with Tom? He's giving me a bunch of compliments today.
You know, I don't have to pay you. At least I can give you a good word.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, that's, you know, and y'all are people that don't toot your own horn. So you need people to toot it for you.
True.
You know?
I do agree with that.
I mean, y'all are real laid, but there's you know, and not trying to start a war or anything like that, but there's some people that think they're amazing on YouTube, whatever, whether it's reselling or makeup or whatever, they think they're amazing, and they let you know that they're amazing.
Right. Yep.
And I think that's why we like hanging out with, because nobody's putting on airs.
Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror, 'cause I get better looking each day.
I don't think you're going to have to worry about any kind of what is it called? The music thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they gave me a band instrument to play instead of letting me sing in a choir.
Yeah, those snooty YouTubers, they get their nose all out of joint, get so high up in the air, the bird's gonna fly up or out of it, one or the other.
Yeah. and
Bird of paradise, fly up your
anybody, I'm
nose.
sorry.
What's that?
Well,
I said, if I offended anybody, I'm sorry. But if you know, I'm sorry. There's just a lot of people that think they're just God's gift to whatever subject that they're on.
Yeah. You know, and that's the thing is we all know about, you know, all the, well, I guess, well, probably all of us, you know, we know about the drama and we know about all that, but there's no reason to have that, you know, here. It's
No time for it.
non-existent, really. You know, there's no
Drama
reason
your
for
mama.
it. And you know, nobody likes that. Well, I can't say it. There's people that thrive on that. There's people that they love the drama. They love you know, hearing stuff that so and so said or whatever. But it doesn't seem to, if it happens here, it doesn't last. You know, it's usually squashed out pretty quickly. So, and that's the thing is we've all got each other's backs. You know, we're all friends. We're all gonna, you know, stick up for one another, and yeah, I love you guys.
We don't have time for drama.
That's
too hard.
That's just it. You know, if a lot of people in this world just quit worrying about the drama, they'd be a lot better off. Pusa Studios got a click against them yesterday.
What does that mean? I saw you say that, but I don't know what that means.
What, Pusa Studios?
What? No, I know Pusa. What does it mean to get a click against them?
They somebody filed a complaint against them.
Really?
They're not worried about it because this is like the 13th time it's been filed, and YouTube has always said, you know, somebody's just trying to be a pain, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's gone with. But you could tell last night because they had a show and they still had 180 people in there, and people were very supportive of them. But you could tell it had knocked the wind out of them a little bit, you know.
Yep.
And
you know, my mom used to say, if your nose was meant to be in somebody else's business, it'd be on their face.
yeah. Well, it's a, you know, in the YouTube world, it's, you know, it's so easy to file a what do they call it?
Report or, you know, report
or whatever it is, you know, a complaint against them.
Yeah.
And people, you know, it's just kind of bad that people have to deal with that kind of stuff, and instead of growing up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I don't think it should be that easy to be able to report, to file a report. I think it should be a little more entailed, because there's so much of that going on. It's just ridiculous.
And people are so about building their channel and whatnot, because they want to make the big money. Well, let me tell you what. My little horse and pony show with 92 videos and 1,255 subscribers, I have a whopping $4.90 in my YouTube account.
Dang, you're rich.
I mean, and they think it's all about the AdSense. Well, these big two YouTubers do not make their money off of AdSense.
No.
They make their money off of sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to have good content, and you do have to have there's people that's got 2,500 subscribers, and they're making several $1 million a year because of their sponsors and the kind of content they turn out.
Sure.
So people just need to just have fun with it. And if you make a few dollars, that's fine.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
if you want to make a living at it, and this is something that Andrew said last night, if you want to make a living on YouTube, you don't have time for the bullshit. Because you're going to be churning content, and you're going to be looking for sponsors, and you're going to be working a real job, not just turning out some stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm glad that we have a group that just seems like, we have an occasional troll.
Sure.
Even on my show, I have the occasional troll, and they don't understand that one, that's a view.
Mm-hmm.
If they leave a thumbs down, two, that's a comment on your. All you're doing is doing good. The best thing to do is to not even go to the channel if you're not wanting to support them or you want to cause them problems.
Right.
But people like Todd, they like the drama.
Yep.
So anyway.
Oh, Mr. Sadie, we love you too.
Mr. Sadie, he's all about the drama too.
Yeah. But no, I definitely, I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate everybody that comes in and everybody that listens on the sidelines in the chat. That's what makes this channel. It's not my channel. It's the people's channel. That's the truth. And for the most part, people know. I mean, yeah, we do a little bit of, sometimes we cuss a little bit, and sometimes we talk about, the not so good things, or we get a little bit, I'm just gonna say it, a little bit raunchy sometimes, but we kind of keep the reins on a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Nothing graphic.
What, Maggie?
I'll stop being raunchy. I promise.
Okay.
Maggie's our little ray of sunshine. She's our little Miss Sunshine.
But yeah, I mean, and that's why we're here. That's why we're here, is because it's a good channel to be on. I hope, I think that it's pretty motivating. Sometimes I'm not the most motivated person, but I try to have I try to be the best that I can every morning. I may be tired, and I may not have my makeup on, and I may put a hat on because I didn't have time to do my hair.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm still here, and that's what I'll keep doing.
The lady that I went and checked out her computer this morning, she forgot I was coming. She thought I was the maintenance man
Oh God.
when I rang the doorbell. And she came to the door in a bathrobe, no makeup on, and she'd just taken the rollers out of her hair. And she's like, "Oh my God, what are you doing here?" I said, "We had a 9 o'clock appointment." She said, "Oh my God, we did." Don't look at me.
Oh my gosh.
Normally she looks like she's going to the midnight ball. She's dressed very like Maggie. The hair's done, the makeup's done. She's dressed very nicely. it might be casual attire, but she's still dressed very nicely.
Mhm.
And she's like, "Oh my God, don't look at me!" And she said, "You know where the computer's at?" And she ran off to her bedroom to finish getting ready. Bless her heart.
Oh my gosh.
But you know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pat you on the back, Valerie. You have done this damn thing for 455 or 500 shows, however what the count is.
I don't even. I've lost count, to tell you the truth. I've lost count.
And you haven't given up. You know, you hadn't got tired of it.
Now, and I will say, there's been some times where I felt like giving up. You know, I felt like, you know, just quitting, or, you know, I got my feelings hurt, or, you know, or something. But I mean, sometimes you just have to buck up, and you just have to, you know, come back in. You know, don't let people run you off. And that's kind of how what I've been thinking about every day, basically. People can say some pretty harsh stuff, but you shake it off. You have big shoulders, and you get up the next day and you do the same thing.
Because I'm gonna jump into bon qui mode here for a minute. Nobody else has maintained the show this long.
Oh yeah.
So there. So I'm gonna step back out of bon qui there.
Thank you, Tom, for that.
You know, nobody. I don't know of anybody that has had a show of this type that has lasted this long. So we need to get her in the daggum Guinness book.
No. It would be different. I mean, even when, like, say when I'm on vacation, it's hard not to have a show.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult. I miss it. And that's why usually if somebody else is doing a show around the same time, I'll get on and, you know, be in the chat or something. I'll be here somehow. Just because that's how I start my morning every morning.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, no more 15 weeks of vacation.
No, it's just gonna be three, and then off for back for two or three, I think, and then another. I think it'll be another 3. Yeah, so split it up a little bit. That 5 weeks was way too long to be gone all in one.
Yes, it was.
That was a little too much. So
Sally and I were, as I've said before, Sally and I were going. Well, I'd say, Sally, when is she supposed to be back? God, I don't know, but I'm glad when she does. Where is Sally this morning? She's sleeping in?
I don't know. I know that she worked. She went to work at 5 p.m. because she was doing PM's shift. She went in at 5, and then I think she got off at like 12:30, and that's all I know. So I am assuming, and this is just assuming, that she probably stayed up until about 5 o'clock and decided she was done because she didn't get no sleep last night or yesterday before she went to work. She was in the challenge till about, I think it was about 4 o'clock.
Who won?
Jody. She won with 2 points.
Well done, Jody.
Beth says, do you tell the general public you do YouTube? Yeah. I mean, I don't blast it out there, but like I told my the mail lady, you know, I told her about that. And as far as I know, she watches. But yeah, I'll tell anybody I mean, I don't blast it, but yeah. If somebody says, you know, do you need, do you, I just don't know what to do in the morning, or I can't get motivated, or, you know, yeah, I'll tell them to come on here because there's a lot of motivation. There's a lot of, people that can get you going and give you a good laugh at least. And, you get some singing, you get some chick picker, so.
You know what? Saturday at the estate sale, I was recognized from YouTube.
How?
Now, how does that happen?
Your voice?
I guess.
Probably. I would say
Did
so.
they look at your hands and go, I know that hand?
I've seen that hand somewhere.
Yeah, your video, your channel where Todd, or your show where Todd came in and he was like picking stuff off the floor or something like that. The view should go way up. Because
Right?
the other night on Tommy's show, he said, I finally saw Silver Hair Stacker. And they said, how was that? He said, well, he came in and was picking stuff off the floor, and you could see. So I'm sure everybody went back and been watching your videos looking for the right video to see the famous Silver Hair
Yeah.
Stacker.
Yeah. Oh, it's fine, Carol. No worries.
Yeah, I was probably bent over in front of the camera, so that guy recognized my ass.
No, you were like across the camera. We had a cross view of you.
I recognize that butt crack right there.
Oh my gosh.
It's
That would be
voice.
scary.
It's that voice, Todd. It's like butter. Everybody recognizes it.
Oh my gosh. Yep, witness protection will make Todd move now.
I
Yeah.
know.
Either that or that fourth wife is getting close to it.
Blown your cover there. Definitely.
I shouldn't have witnessed that crime in 1972.
Oh. But
Did you have? I know Bridget had some big sales because she's probably just packing her little heart out this morning.
she don't even pack anymore.
Oh, she had so many. She packed some yesterday.
Oh. She has a packer.
Well, I'm afraid. I think she was afraid they might not get all packed out and ready.
Oh.
So. Maggie, how was your singing thing?
It was so much fun.
Did
And
you?
I learned a lot. So it was an educational thing.
Oh, it wasn't like a competition.
No.
So what did you do? It was like a convention or something
It was
that you went to?
So Sweet Adelines is an international organization, and we have regions. So my region is choruses and quartets from Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, and New Jersey. So it was just a gathering of people from our region. So I think there were probably 300 of us there.
Wow.
And then we had two coaches come in. One is the director of a chorus that has been international champion like 7 times. And
Wow.
another is a director from a chorus that's been in the top 10 at international, many times.
Uh-huh.
So the one coach worked on sound and vocal issues, and the other one worked on choreography and dance and visual issues. So that's what I did. I went to all those classes on visual and performance and showmanship.
Awesome.
Yeah, I learned a lot. I really learned a lot. So, yeah, I mean,
It was definitely worth it.
I'm old, but I'm still kicking, right? So I
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
Don't you know it's a sight on Saturday night around when they're having their little get-togethers and all these girls, because everybody thinks they can sing, which they can, but they have a few drinks and then everybody wants to break out the song.
Oh yeah. And then we have a show on the Saturday night because we have people from our region who are going to international competition, which is why I'm going to this week.
Right.
So we have 2 choruses who are in the international competition, and we have 3 quartets.
Wow.
They did a show where they performed they got a chance to do their competition packages for an audience, and we got to see what they were doing and celebrate them. So yeah, and of course we did a lot of singing, and it was fun.
Sure.
Yeah. It's a great hobby that I really love, and
Do you feel like it takes a lot of time away from your reselling, and how do you feel about that?
It does take a lot of time. You might be better to ask Michael how he feels about that. Because it takes a lot of time away from home, and he's so supportive of me doing it.
Right.
It takes a lot of time, but so can I tell you a story? I do like a Maggie story time.
Yeah.
And it's time for Aunt Maggie's story today.
When I first joined, it was 2005.
Okay.
And I had never driven across the bridge into New Jersey. I was just a completely different person. I would never have done this, talk on YouTube or, I was shy, I was quiet, but I like to sing. What he said, what, Michael? He said I was manageable then. Yeah, I'm not manageable anymore. So we were down here in Wildwood on the boardwalk, and I saw these men walking around on the boardwalk in costumes. And I asked one of them, and he said, this is a convention of the Men's Barbershop Harmony Society. So we went into the convention center, and the guy who was at the door said, you know what, I'll let you sneak in without a ticket. And he let us sneak in to watch these choruses do their thing, which was amazing to me because they're singing in harmony. I love to sing. I love harmony. I sang in church. My sisters and my mother and I used to sit around the table after dinner at night and sing harmony. So, and then when we were going out, they had like a little bazaar where they had stuff for sale, and they had CDs for sale, and they had women so I went back to the door. I said to the guy, do women do this? He said, oh yeah, go look up Sweet Adelines. So I looked up Sweet Adelines. I found a chorus that was two different choruses. One was in Pennsylvania and one was in New Jersey, but the one in New Jersey was actually closer geographically. And I thought, can I do this? Like, I've never even driven over the bridge by myself. So I had Michael drive me the day before, so I knew exactly where to go. And then the next night I drove over the bridge. I got into the parking lot. I thought, I can't do this. I can't walk into a room full of strangers. I drove out of the parking lot. I circled around. I thought, no, I'm doing it. I drove back. I got in, walked up to the door, thought, no, I can't do this. I walked back to my car. And then finally I thought, you know what? I'm just good. For me, it was terrifying to walk into a room full of women I didn't know.
Right.
So they were getting ready for a show. They were they were going to show the chorus these new costume tops. So the costume committee were in the back of the thing. So when I walked in, none of them they had just taken off their tops, ready to put on this other top. So there's these women in their bras sitting, and they're like, oh, hi, welcome to Jersey Sound. And I'm like, okay. Now I'm in the door, right? But when I got in, when I heard them sing, I thought, oh, this is what I want to do, because I sang in church all my life, which was great, but they were doing their show had a Frank Sinatra theme. So they were doing these Frank Sinatra songs, Come Fly With Me, and I thought, I want to do this. And It has changed me. It has completely changed me as a person. Yeah. So
now you're unmanageable.
now I'm unmanageable. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Any hobby you have is going to be expensive and time consuming.
Right.
I mean, I don't care what it is. It's going to be expensive and time consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it allowed me to sing, which I love to do. So many people love to sing. They join like a chorus. They join the chorus in high school. Then they leave. They get married, and they think, oh, so I get to go out on stage and perform. I get to go out and sing. I thought I could never perform. I would never dance. I could never dance. I could never do those. And now, now I'm in the front row of the chorus. I'm doing the dancing. I'm doing the singing, and I'm just a more confident person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's completely You
Yeah.
know, it's made a huge impact in your life,
Right.
and that's awesome.
By this time next year, Maggie will be having a show and she'll be going, welcome to today's show. This is Maggie Doodle here, and I'm going to learn you something.
I don't think that will happen.
I love that story. Thank you for sharing that. With
That is
me,
a great story.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it is, especially about driving across the bridge
Yeah.
and you
Next time
know,
Next time I'll tell you.
getting back in the car and leaving and coming back, and that's a great story. That's a great motivational speech.
Absolutely.
And look at you now.
Absolutely. Morning, Jennifer. Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that with us. That means a lot.
That's a great story.
But you know, it's crazy how you know, we can really talk ourselves out of doing something very good for ourselves. Very, you know, we need that. We need, you know, especially us as resellers, we're home a lot. We're, you know, by ourselves a lot. We don't have a lot of, you know,
Right.
people around, you know, to talk to. So, you know, to get out and do something like that, I mean, that's just amazing. I commend you for that,
Thank
because
you.
we can definitely talk ourselves out of things.
Yeah, we can. We can.
Now, does
So,
Michael have some big hobby that he likes to participate in?
No, he really doesn't. We together just enjoy the whole reselling thing. Like we love the flea markets and shops and all of that. And he does almost all the book scouting now. And he does all the shipping, the packing.
wow,
He
that's
likes
awesome.
this weekend. This weekend he spent the weekend with the kids. The kids came down and they went out to the winery and yeah. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so
And I think that's the thing about, you know, with reselling, you know, or really anything that you know, causes you to kind of have to stick around at home. You know, you do have to find an outage, you know, something, you know, whether it's a, you know, volunteering or whatever. I think you do have to have some kind of um, way to get out and into the community, or you know, just do something for yourself. I
yeah.
think that's important. So
I went to stop by a flea market this past weekend, and there was a couple there, and there was a couple, you know, they were old people like me, and we were talking, and I said, you know, I sell on eBay and whatnot, and he's like, well, if you see anything you want, I'll give you a good deal to make it profitable for you. And we started talking about what, you know, what they do is they're retired. They both have really good pensions, and they do this. They travel. They're not at the same flea market every week. This weekend they were in Charlotte. Next weekend they're going to be in Asheville, and the following weekend they're going to be over in Greensboro. And that's what they like to do. I mean, they want to be outside and they want to be out doing stuff and meeting people. And during the week, they're out looking for product. They're going to, you know, thrift stores and things like that to sell. And but they said that's what keeps them going. You know,
yeah,
not just sitting at home and getting growing old like a lot of people do.
right.
And
Yeah.
they said, you know, they're glad that it pays the bills.
Hmm.
But you know, if it didn't, they'd still probably do it. Just wouldn't consider it a business, more of a hobby, and
Yeah,
for tax purposes. But you know, the point is I think that's one of the thing about people grow. I mean, they retire and then all of a sudden they go to pot. You know, because they're not going out. They're not seeing other people, and they're not really staying motivated to do things.
right.
Yeah, I know people who
Absolutely.
retire and do nothing, you know, just sit and watch TV all day. I mean, a few weeks back, remember I did the puppy sitting?
Yeah.
My son they went away and the puppy couldn't go to puppy daycare or whatever. So I spent the weekend at their house watching the puppy. And I was like, how do people do this? Like, I watch TV, I watch Netflix. I took the dog out for a walk and took the dog out for a walk again. And I like, how do people sit home and watch TV all day? And like, I can't, I was so bored by the time I was done.
My father-in-law drives my mother-in-law crazy, and my father drives my mother crazy, watching Fox News all freaking day.
Oh gosh.
My brother-in-law does it.
And it's just the Fox News is just that's their flavor. I have a good friend that her husband likes to watch CNN all day long, and I'm thinking, my God, you people need to get a damn hobby or something. And my dad, his vision's is not good at all right now, and so he listens to it. So when I go down there and sit with him, I'm like, let's turn it over to Me TV. I want to watch. We'll watch Rawhide or Wagon Train. You know, it's something besides listening to the same old crap over and over and over again. That's the reason my news choice is the news that comes on at 5 o'clock and it ends at 5:30, and then Judge Judy comes on because they've said all the damn news and it's time to move on. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, the lady I just came from, one of her girlfriends was down in the Bahamas when the hurricane hit, and they were trying to get out of. They were trying to get people out of the Bahamas, but there just wasn't enough flights to get everybody out. And she said, "I said, how did she do?" And she said she stayed drunk the whole time, apparently, according to her daughter.
Oh my gosh.
I said, well, at least she was, if she went, she was gonna be happy when she went.
Yeah. Oh my
But they were
gosh.
staying at one of the towers over at Atlantis and whatnot, and so
Yeah, my brother definitely got out of there. They were at Atlantis also, and they left the week before Dorian was supposed to hit, so they got out of there just in time.
yeah, a friend of mine messaged me over the weekend. He said, "Are you down in the Bahamas?" I said, "No, that was 2 weeks ago." And he said, "I knew you were supposed to go in the Bahamas. You were supposed to go to the Bahamas." And I said, "No, that was 2 weeks ago. We missed it. It was beautiful down there when we were there." And see, that's another case to point. Y'all know I went to the Bahamas. I posted videos on my YouTube channel. Nobody, I really don't socialize with the people outside of the reselling community.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us this morning. We had a great show, and I appreciate everybody that came on. And
It was a great show.
yeah, I love that. I love the motivation and you, Maggie, I'm sure you touched several people's heart this morning. Just with your little story, and I love that. That's awesome.
That is a great motivational speech there.
Yep.
Hey, dude, I like that big gold ring you got there.
I know he's got a rock
Dang, he's
on
got
his
some
hand.
bling on there today.
Seeing the hand from a different angle there.
Oh, it's got diamonds on it too.
Woo-wee.
Are those cubics or are those rings?
I don't think I ever had it checked.
It just looks good, right? Makes you look like you're a rapper.
That's my wedding ring. I've had this for 33 and a half years.
Wow.
Oh.
I've been married a third of a century to Gwen.
And look at there, it still has the gold on it. It's not green or nothing.
That's right.
Your finger's not green. You're doing good.
Well, no, gold doesn't turn your finger green.
I know.
I've got I've got it says sterling silver ring that Roberta was wearing. And she says, I don't think this is real silver because it's turning my finger black. I said, well, it says sterling silver on it. I don't know any more than that. And then I read and it said that some people, it does
It could
that.
be, your body, just how it reacts to
Mm-hmm.
the silver, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I've got a cousin that can't wear wrist watches
Uh-huh.
because his body somehow or another messes up the clockwork part of it. They just quit working.
Yeah.
And his wife gave him a real expensive watch, and it quit working. So she took it back to the jeweler, and the jeweler said, they refunded her money because it, like I said, it was a real expensive watch and it was not supposed to quit working. But he said there's some people that just like they have an electromagnetic charge or something that just messes up the.
Yep. That's the way Mike was. He always had that problem. We actually had to find him a watch band that would cover the back of the watch and be able to, so
Right.
he could wear it.
Oh, did that
And
really
that worked.
Because I had to buy I bought a solar watch. I can't, yeah.
That actually worked because it would completely stop working.
Right.
I
mine
mean,
too.
nothing would work in it, and even if you put another battery in it, it still wouldn't work. It would like completely destroy the whole watch.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know.
For some reason.
I remember when I used to have to carry a compass around with me because I had a little sundial on my arm. That's all you had. You'd have to find north, and then you could tell the time off of it. And then somebody in France discovered this clockwork deal, and now we have all these fancy watches.
Yep. Texas Val, next year, she says, I will have been married 30 years.
Wow.
Holy mackerel. That's crazy. That's a long time.
My parents have been married going on 60 years.
Oh, God bless them.
Wow.
And my wife and my sister-in-laws go, how in the hell, Mrs. Hux, did you stay married to a Hux for that many years? It's been touch and go with just for the 25 that we've been married. I'm like, thank you, dear.
Good morning, Jim and Tara. All right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. And I hope everybody has a great day. And I love y'all. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Buddy.
Bye.